Hi guys, it's me, the Big B again. Been a while since I've been on. Thought I'd better let my subscribers know that I'm still around and I'm still kicking. I'm not going to be doing any reviews for a while. This is going to be basically one of my good old rants that I used to do. That's how I started. It's going to be about eBay. A little bit about YouTube, but mostly about eBay and these zero feedback fucking losers that I'm having lots of trouble with. I'm not selling, it's this time on buying. Now, I did a video quite a long time ago, a good year or so ago now, on the zero feedback problem. Back then it was on mobile phones and things, I believe, because I was buying mobile phones and I was reviewing them and things like that. And every time I went to bid on something, there was always a zero feedback, every single friggin' time, and it was like an epidemic of them. There was just, doesn't matter what you bid on, they were there. And they were knocking the prices up, and at the time, and I still can't really, I could not comprehend of what pleasure they're getting out of this shit. Now on YouTube, when you get the trollers, which is similar type of ideas, except they're not bidding on shit, they're just being nasty, I can understand, I don't agree with it, but I can understand where they get the kick. They put a comment, they get a reaction, and they get pleasure from reading that reaction and seeing that they're upsetting somebody. Fair enough. If that's the type of thing you want to do to get your kicks, I generally think you need some sort of psychiatric help, but I do understand the reaction. But a zero feedback on eBay, where the hell are you getting your kick? Yes, you know there's someone going to not end up getting paid for the product, but they never going to send it out because they're never going to get paid, and they know they're not going to get paid. But you don't see that reaction, you don't get anything to think with that reaction. They just put these stupid bids, and what I've seen lately is people who are desperate to have the item are paying way above, because the zero feedbacker will put a bid on and bid it up, and I've seen them people bid afterwards. I wouldn't. As soon as a zero feedbacker's bid, unless the seller takes that feedbacker off, I would then never bid on the item. But I've seen people do it where they've paid like 100, 150, 200 pound more than what they should have done, because if the zero feedbacker had been took out, or he hadn't a bid, it wouldn't have gone that high. But they're obviously desperate to have the item, they want the item, so they bid on it. And some of them do win above the zero feedbacker, but, you know, I've seen them where they've got bidding history, and it's a friggin' list that long, and sort of 80% of them are like 1 to 0 feedbackers, and then you maybe get a couple of genuine ones at the end who then snag it, but they could have had it for like a fraction of what they've paid for it, if it wasn't for these assholes. Now, I don't know whether some of them may be genuine sellers who have created another account or got someone to do that to bump the price up. That is a practice that goes on. But a lot of it, you can tell kind of when that sort of happens in a way, kind of the way the bidding goes. But when you get the genuine zero feedbacker, them feckers are relentless. I mean, and they'll bid on anything. I mean, I'm now looking for a DSLR camera, and I've looked in the shops, I've looked in Jessop's, and you're talking £400. That's it. But on eBay, they're going from anywhere from 250 to 300, so you can save yourself a little bit of cash as long as you don't mind second hand, which you don't, as long as they're good quality, good sellers, you know, so not a problem. But even on the cameras now, the feckin' amount of these zero feedbackers bidding on these things and just whacking the price right to the friggin' roof, to sometimes the bidding's ended on a genuine bidder, and he's paid more than what I could have gone into Jessop's and bought one. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, because even just talking about this, it winds us up. Just the sheer stupidity of what they're doing. Like I say, I understand on YouTube, but at least YouTube's trying to do something about it. They have recognised there is a problem. They haven't gone the best way about it, where they've made it now so you kind of do anonymous sort of like posting. You've got to have a Google account, but any frigger can set up a Google account. They've even had things of people setting up Google accounts with like Hitler's name and anybody's fucking name, and they're still putting able to put these comments on. And yes, they might get removed or the account shut down, but they can just open a new account. But at least YouTube recognised the problem. I mean, I had a hell of a problem about 6 months back. One of the last videos I did was a while ago, and I got this troller locked onto us, and he went through every single one of my videos, he didn't miss fucking one. And he went through, and some of the stuff he said was horrific. I mean, I understand maybe he's going on and saying, oh, I think your video is shite and you're an idiot. Fair enough. I've had lots of that. I've had people attacking my accent. you know, just what I'm saying. But I don't care, as long as I don't mind negativity, but in a sort of positive sort of way. But when they're coming on and wishing you dead and your children dead, and I mean stuff as bad as that, it's really, really fucking overboard. It's really a bum. I mean, these must be really sad, lonely people who never get out the house much and have got not many friends to be posting shit like that. But, like I said, I understand the reaction. And they do get a reaction. I mean, it was nice that some of my subscribers and even some people I'd never heard of must have read them comments, and they actually attacked him before even I had a chance to sort of like say anything about it. I'd gone on, and there was loads of comments of people telling them to back off, and sticking up for us really. And like I say, some of these people, they weren't even my subscribers; they were just people who'd seen it and they would think so. There's genuine people out there, but there's just an epidemic of, for a better word, of arseholes. I mean, are we breeding a new generation of arseholes? Why are there so many people willing to do that, willing to go on eBay and do all this zero feedbacking for no reason? I mean, if I want a bit of entertainment on the computer, I'll go and play a frigging game. You'll go down and play on your Xbox or your PlayStation or whatever. You don't sit on eBay going, oh, I'll bid on that, I'll bid on that, I'll never pay for it, I'm going to bid on it. Isn't this exciting? No, it's not fucking exciting. I don't see what you're getting out of it or why. It's not a con, because a con, you would be trying to get the item for no money, but you're not. You have no intention of buying the item, you've got no interest in the item, or paying for it, or anything. It's just the fact is, you can cock up that guy's listing and make him have to relist it. That's the game. Why? Just go and play fucking Grand Theft Auto or something, and you get much more entertainment out of that, I think, than sitting doing that. And they must set loads of these accounts up so they can just keep bidding on this shit. I mean, I cannot even get the words out of like what these people must be like if you met these people in real life. How sad must they be to be doing this sort of thing? And in one sense, I feel sorry for them. I mean, you've got to. I know some people get annoyed with them, and I do get agitated with why they do it, but you've got to feel a bit sorry for them. That's what they've got to do. That their lives are so empty and so sad that's how you've got to get your kicks. I mean, Jesus Christ. Even like YouTube putting them feedback like that. I've watched some videos that I didn't like, so I just turned them off. I didn't even go on and say, look, mate, I think your video is shit. I just don't watch it. I don't need to put negative comments on. If it's bad, I just don't watch it. If the film's bad on the telly, I just turn it off. I don't then phone the fucking BBC or ITV or whoever, or Paramount Studios, and throw abuse down the phone at them because of like what I've watched. You just wouldn't do it. So why do it on there? And if you're going to put something, a bit of constructive criticism, well, this was the, I didn't like that, or I didn't like this, but, good effort, but it wasn't quite there. I wouldn't go on and wish the guy dead. Literally. I mean, what are these people thinking? So I'm going to leave it there because it's coming up to the 10-minute mark. And again, like I said, it's just a rant. It's just to let me subscribers, because I've got a few new ones lately. It's just to let you know I'm still active, I'm still going. I'm not going to be doing any more reviews as such on phones because I've sort of settled down a bit with that. There's only so many phones you can go through. What I'm going to be concentrating on is I've got a couple of projects in the thing with paranormal work. There's a couple of interesting things coming up soon with that. So I'm going to be posting on that, and possibly going to be making a short little movie as well. I've been working on something like that with my brother. Some ideas, because we just want that's how we originally started, well before YouTube ever existed and things like that. We made our like short films and that, which I've posted a couple of them up. They're from donkeys years ago. If you check my website, the Haynes and Pratt things, they were before they even had digital cameras. They were like, God almighty, I can't even think how we actually made them at the time. But we're going to do more of a serious type of little movie or something, just to try and get back into that sort of thing. Going to be doing some really good ghost hunts soon, so I'm going to be posting on that, and some other things paranormal wise that we're going to be sort of touching on. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Keep watching, keep subscribing. Hopefully it'll not be as long before I make another video, I promise. And we shall catch you next time.